Hi, it's Tim from the Hair Curler Chronicles, and I'm just here editing another one of Tim Perry's videos. In this video, what you're going to learn are the defaults, the faults that we as newbies can make when we're trying to gain tokens or purchase coins through credit cards or through wire transfers, the downfalls, the pitfalls, and what to look for, what to watch out for. It's really incredible. So have a look. I'll be back at the end, and subscribe, like, and smash a little bell so you don't miss any of this great information in the future and today, of course, from Tim Perry. So enjoy, and we'll see you at the end.
Hello, and welcome back to the Hair Curler Chronicles. Tim and Nancy Danter coming to you from the living room in Kitchener-Waterloo, and we've got our friend Tim Perry back again. Hi, Tim. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
Hey, I just finished editing the rapid fire.
Right.
I had some fun with it, so it's poking fun at all of us. So
oh no,
at the end, I put in some bloopers at the end, which is the first time, but it's hilarious.
I can see how that. I remember. I think that was one big blooper as it was. So.
No. Chili's.
Oh, okay. So what we're going to talk about today is something I think that's near and dear to your heart, Tim, because you've mentioned it almost every time I've talked to you, and that is safety tips and sort of what pitfalls to avoid. I know you've got at least 2 or 3 things that are must know about working in this world of crypto. A young fella that had a little misstep, and why this has now become important to us.
It was one of the viewers who wanted to purchase some OMI and went to BitMax and used I guess there's an option in there, which I don't use, to e-transfer from his bank in. So it went through and it looked like it was processing, and then he got a reply back saying canceled. Okay. So then he thought it's been canceled. So he tried to resend it again, and it happened again. So I think upon investigation, I don't think he's got his money back, and he has had no response back from the site as well.
That doesn't make any sense. If he did a screenshot, could he not get that money back from the bank?
I don't know, Tim. I think the bank has some, buyer beware, right?
Banks are very buyer beware with crypto. Yeah. One thing about not getting a response, exchanges are really bad for getting responses back. So hopefully this has been not like recently, obviously, that he will get a response back. But if not, I don't mess with the exchanges to money yet. Like, we really need to stress that process of going through a fiat on ramp, such as like Bitbuy
or Shakepay.
Yeah. And then going through there. It's not to say that the other stuff isn't safe. It's just, it's very new to Canada, right? Like Binance has always accepted money on and stuff, but Canada is still, I think Canada now you can do money straight to Binance, but I just stick with what's tried and true, especially if you're brand new getting into this stuff. But also for all the viewers that have questions and you are uncertain and you don't know what you're doing, email Tim and Nancy. They were helping this gentleman with that. Email, go on crypto Twitter, throw messages out there and ask for advice, but never, and this is just when you start doing stuff like this, don't ever send money to an address that people like send me an address, right? Just let them tell you steps, but you do the rest of it your own way. Because one big scam these days is always going, oh, Elon Musk, a bunch of people fell for this. I guess someone will mimic Elon Musk's tweet and they'll say, if you send me this much Bitcoin, we'll send you this much back. And I don't know, that screams scam to me, but some people are falling for it, right? So
crypto Twitter, is it? So it's, I log on to Twitter. Is this actually
an address?
No, it's just, and the way that you get in, it's like the way you get in the door in crypto Twitter is just anytime you want to search a coin, $, whatever the ticker is, up will come information. And you will basically, all those people that are posting about coins are usually only posting about crypto for the most part. Not to say that they're not allowed to tweet about other stuff, but there are influencers, there are people who have, big, 100,000 plus followers that talk nothing about crypto, that are, Vitalik Buterin, the creator of Ethereum, he's got his own Twitter. All the coins have their own Twitter pages. So you can go through that. And that's how, and people post links, right? Of, I saw it on one of your messages. Someone wanted to know where I get all my information. Because even if you Google, you won't find an easy avenue to find out all this news. Whereas if you just start going down and following all the big Twitter influencers and people out there, they post so much about links, about news articles and new coins that are possibly interesting to look into and stuff like this. But then from there, I got to caveat enter that, don't just follow their lead. You also must do your own due diligence after that. And we've spoken about doing another episode on how to watch out for when you're doing your due diligence on how to pick out a good coin that is reputable.
Okay, so just so that I'm clear, because I feel like if I didn't have Tim around that was buying all of this, that I might have done exactly what this guy did. I might have gone, oh, there's a place for me to email in. I will just email the money in there. So if I was to go to Twitter to try and ask somebody outside of Tim and I, how would I ask that question?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, flat. Like if you're this guy, right? He could have messaged you guys first. Goes, I want to do this. Is the right step, and then obviously you guys would be able to set them straight a bit. But also, no shame in feeling this. A lot of people are either A, making mistakes where they've lost money. I definitely have, or B, getting scammed. I mean, I've made tons of mistakes, right? So, always, I guess, first things first, obviously, is second guessing yourself. Like always look over things twice. And obviously, I guess I'd have to look at this BitMax to help this guy out, so I know what we're talking about. From my point of view, I never knew that you could do that on BitMax from Canada.
Right.
So I'll look into it, because now it's like, where did his money go?
Where did it go? And that's
an e-transfer would have to be finalized.
Well, that's what I would have thought too, right? So anyways, but we feel bad. We're trying to help him. We are trying to help him because we do feel bad. And we understand that people got excited about when we put out that OMI was a good deal to do and that whole 9 yards. So I'm telling you right now, I probably would have done the same thing. If there was an option there and I didn't know any better, I'd go, oh, I can do that. I'll just transfer it in. So in this particular case, if you want to get involved in crypto, what we're saying, just to be clear, is the best course of action in all of these things is to go onto a fiat on-ramp, such as Shakepay, Bitbuy. Is there anyone else that we use? There's a Coinbase one.
There's Coinbase. I mean, we have a mutual friend that used to work with Nancy and I, and he's a young guy. Oh man, I wanted to bring this company out in the light, because it's 15 days and counting, and his money's still not there. And he's written them, and they're like, oh, it's in process. And it definitely looks like a company where they're not taking his money per se, but why is it taking so long when Bitbuy takes me 20 minutes, right?
Right.
The poor guy's watching all the prices of it, and he wants Union, and he's watching the price go up. So,
okay. So definitely note to the viewers, go to a fiat on ramp, and we've got 2 links down below. Shakepay or Bitbuy are the ones we've used, and we recommend go there, and so in this case, they wanted to buy OMI token. What would they have bought? Would they have bought Ethereum to do that? Or would they have bought Theta? Like, what would they have bought in order to?
I don't even know, like, would it, because BitMax, I've never seen has a Canadian dollar currency. It's the US dollar peg. There's no, as far as I know, there's no Canadian pegged currency out there that's really popular. Mm-hmm. So I'm just trying to think, like, where would the account show in BitMax that he had just Canadian dollars sitting there? That's another thing I'm mystified by. But at the same time, if you're uncertain about something, you don't feel confident about enough, like YouTube would have a tutorial, or, Google Bitmax and also write down, and see if they accept this currency. Anytime I've done something new, like when I first learned Uniswap, I didn't know what I was doing. I watched probably 2 to 3 hours of tutorials on Uniswap, and it's not even that difficult, but I made sure to familiarize myself with what I needed to do before I did it.
That's a good thing. That is 100% a good thing.
Like, don't jump into this. Like, and it sucks because we're giving you all these coins, and yeah, there's FOMO, but there's always another opportunity around the corner, as we will touch on in soon as we update some coins and some new coins. There's always going to be another new coin coming out there that can make you a lot of money. It's better to be safe with your money first and know how to just get to an exchange safely and know what you're doing to buy that coin, rather than, unfortunately what happened to this gentleman.
And is it not advisable, if you are doing something like that, just to test the waters and maybe just transfer only what you can lose?
I always
$50 or $25 and just throw out the bait and see what happens, right?
So for instance, there's a new thing that I just had to learn a couple of weeks ago, which was the Binance chain. The Binance chain is separate from Binance's official chain. The smart chain kind of runs with the Ethereum platform. So if you were to send your Binance to another exchange and you did not specify on both exchanges that it was the Binance smart chain, and one was, the Binance, the official chain, and the other one was the Binance smart chain, you've lost your money, right? So even today, I did this just yesterday when I went to buy a coin. I looked 3 times at both, from the receiving end to the withdrawal end. I made sure 3 times that I was like, oh, yeah, that's the Binance Smart Chain. That's the Binance Smart Chain. I went back and said, that's the Binance Smart Chain. That's the Binance Smart Chain. Then I got sidetracked. I was talking to someone or something. And then I just said, you know what? That's the Binance Smart Chain. That's the Binance Smart Chain. Because I was sending a hefty amount of money.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so that's tip number 1, folks. Just make sure you check multiple times. Send something that you don't mind losing if it's the first time you're using it, and don't hesitate to reach out. We might be a little slow getting back to you on things, but you're better off to at least ask, and Tim or I will get back to you as quickly as we humanly possibly can.
And all these people, if you're reaching out or doing that, don't make a move until you know for sure. That's just the simplest.
Don't let the FOMO overtake you, and
because you're going to get FOMO when you even learn stuff, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But definitely don't FOMO if you don't even understand where to go, how to do it properly, because that's a surefire way to lose money.
And as Tim Perry just said a few minutes ago, there's always going to be another latest and greatest hot opportunity, because that's the world we're living in this crypto world right now. There's going to be something else that's gonna pop. So don't be so afraid that you're going to miss out on this opportunity to not recognize there's always going to be another opportunity. This is like the wild, wild west right now.
Well, there you go. Lessons learned. Unfortunately, I think we've all sort of had some little bollockses or some little, hiccups in purchasing or not being able to figure it out. And it's so important that we understand that as newbies, that we must ask the questions. We must seek the advice. We must use YouTube. We must use Google, and don't just, FOMO, have that FOMO take you over, that, oh my God, I've got to have that token, or I've got to have that coin. And you get caught maybe sending money when it shouldn't be sent that way. So really important to use an on-ramp, and then from the on-ramp, switch it over to the exchange. And more important is your security. For crying out loud, folks, security is the #1 thing when you're dealing in crypto, because in this area, this arena, once it's gone, it's gone. It doesn't hurt to ask the questions, to ask people who know what they're doing for help. Use YouTube University and Google, and watch the videos. And if you still don't have the answers and you still don't feel comfortable, before you take your hard-earned cash, ask someone who knows. Thanks for tuning in. As always, please subscribe to the channel, because we really enjoy bringing you these conversations and this information. Hit the like button and smash that little bell so you never miss one of our videos that comes out about cryptocurrency in Canada. Enjoy the sunshine, everyone. Thanks for tuning in.